welcome to City Breaks in Europe, which is a podcast series that contributes facts and travel tips as inspiration for city breaks and weekend getaways in Europe. This episode's destination is first truly experienced, after which the podcast episode is organized and narrated in an original Danish podcast series called City Breaks i Europa by me, Torben Wollengård at OneAir. Voiceover translation to English is completed with the help of TTS AI software, simply to save time and focus on creating new episodes. Enjoy!
Episode 2. Wrocław in Poland. The following topics are discussed in this episode.
1. Facts about Wrocław. 2. Introducing the topic of this episode, Wrocław. 3. The history of Wrocław. 4. Tourism today. 5. 15 travel tips in Wrocław. 6. Bonus. How can a city break in Wrocław proceed? 7. Poland is also visited in other planned episodes. 8. Next episode. 9. This episode is dedicated to Stephanie.
Introduction with some facts about Wrocław.
Wrocław is Poland's fourth largest city, with a population of around 700,000 in 2023. The city is the regional capital of Lower Silesia in the southwestern corner of Poland. The city's large network of buses and often older trams makes it easy for visitors to get around the city, which is built along the river Oder. There are more than 130 bridges and approximately 350 dwarf sculptures in Wrocław. The bridges are among the city's main attractions, as they span the Oder and the river's many branches and channels. The dwarf sculptures are a unique part of Wrocław's public art scene, with each sculpture depicting a profession, hobby, or character. They are small in size and often hard to find, but they have become a beloved symbol of the charm and distinctiveness of the old town, aka Stare Miasto.
Introducing the topic of this episode, Wrocław.
Wrocław in Poland is a city with a rich and complex history that spans over 1,000 years. From its early beginnings as a Slavic settlement to its time as a German city, known as Breslau, and later developing into a vibrant cultural and economic center, Wrocław has seen many changes and developments throughout its history.
The history of Wrocław.
In the following, the story of Wrocław is reported in a more detailed version.
We begin with the early history of Wrocław.
The earliest evidence of human settlement in the area that is now Wrocław dates back to prehistoric times, with the discovery of flint tools and animal bones from the Paleolithic era. The first permanent settlements in the area were established by the Slavic tribe of the Silesians in the 9th century. They called the settlement Wrocławia. In the 10th century, the Piast dynasty, which ruled over the early Polish state, incorporated Wrocław into their territory, and the city grew in importance as a center of trade and commerce. During this time, the city became renowned for its strong fortifications and strategic location along the river Oder.
We are continuing with the medieval period.
In the 13th century, Wrocław was granted city rights and became an important center of commerce and industry in the region. The city's prosperity was further enhanced by its membership in the Hanseatic League, a powerful trade network that dominated much of northern Europe during the Middle Ages. During the 14th and 15th centuries, Wrocław continued to grow and develop, with the construction of new churches, markets, and other public buildings. The city was also home to a thriving community of artists, writers, and intellectuals and played an important role in the cultural life of Poland.
You are listening to City Breaks in Europe, a podcast series covering facts and travel tips as inspiration for city breaks and weekend getaways in Europe.
We are reaching the modern era.
In the 16th century, Wrocław became part of the Habsburg Empire, which ruled over much of Central Europe. The city's population continued to grow, and it became an important center of the Protestant Reformation, with many prominent theologians and scholars living and working there. In the 18th century, Wrocław became part of Prussia, and the city was renamed Breslau. The city underwent a period of rapid development and modernization, with the construction of new buildings and infrastructure, including the impressive river Oder bridges and the monumental City Hall. During World War II, Breslau, or Wrocław, was heavily damaged by Allied bombing raids, and was subsequently taken over by Soviet forces at the end of the war. Since, the city was incorporated into Poland, and its German population was expelled.
We are now at the post-war reconstruction.
In the years following the World War II, Wrocław underwent a massive program of reconstruction and rebuilding, with many of its historic buildings and landmarks restored to their former glory. The city also became an important center for industry and technology, with the establishment of numerous factories and research facilities.
Tourism today.
Despite a tumultuous past, Wrocław is now a vibrant city, and in recent years, Wrocław has emerged as a popular tourist destination, known for its beautiful architecture, vibrant cultural scene with many theaters, festivals, museums, and venues, as well as the city's rich history. Visitors can explore the city's many historic landmarks, including the magnificent marketplace, aka Rhynek, St. Elizabeth's Gothic-style church, and the impressive Centennial Hall, designed by the famous architect Max Berg. Wrocław is also home to numerous bridges, numerous sculptures of dwarfs, museums, galleries, and cultural institutions, including the National Museum, Wrocław's Modern Museum, and the Polish Theatre. In addition to its cultural attractions, Wrocław is also known for its excellent restaurants, cafes, and bars, offering visitors a wide range of dining and nightlife options. It can be added here that several bars specialize in tasty microbrewed beer at extremely reasonable prices. The center of Wrocław, alias the Old Town, aka Stare Miasto, is definitely worth a visit, and a large network of buses and trams helps visitors get around easily. Please remember that a camera is also a great travel companion.
"15 travel tips in Wrocław."
1. Wrocław Market Square, aka Rhynek. This bustling square is the heart of Wrocław's Old Town and is surrounded by historic buildings with stunning facades. The many colorful houses and the Gothic-style town hall make it a popular place for locals, tourists, and photographers alike. In addition, there are many funny dwarf sculptures in the Old Town. 2. St. Elizabeth's of Hungary Roman Catholic Parish. This red brick Gothic church is one of the most iconic landmarks in Wrocław. The intricate details on the exterior and the stunning stained glass windows inside attract photographers. The church tower of St. Elizabeth's of Hungary Roman Catholic Parish offers a fantastic view of the city from above. 3. Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. This impressive Gothic cathedral is one of the most recognizable landmarks in Wrocław. The church is located in Ostrotumski, which is the oldest district of Wrocław. From the tower, which can be reached by elevator, there is a spectacular view of the city and the river Oder. 4. Centennial Hall, aka Lower Silesia. This massive concrete structure is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a masterpiece of modernist architecture. It is an impressive site both inside and out. 5. University of Wrocław. The university's main building is an impressive neo-Gothic structure with a stunning courtyard. It's a great place to take a break and take some photos. 6. Ostrotumski. This is the oldest part of Wrocław and is home to some of the city's most impressive architecture. It is also a great place to take a leisurely stroll and enjoy the atmosphere. 7. Tumski Bridge. This pedestrian bridge is one of the most romantic places in Wrocław and has an excellent view of the Oder and the city skyline. 8. Bridge of Penitence in St. Mary Magdalene's Cathedral. This small bridge connects the two towers of St. Mary Magdalene's Cathedral and offers a unique vantage point over the city skyline. 9. Royal Palace. Now home to the Wrocław City Museum, this beautiful Baroque palace is the place to learn about the city's history and culture. 10. Trams. Take a trip on the trams, which have been running since 1877. There are many lines and they are a popular and easy way to get to the sites. 11. Sailing trip on the Oder. Take a boat trip down the river Oder, aka Oder, which runs through the heart of Wrocław. You will be able to see the city from a unique perspective and learn about its history along the way. 12. Museum Panorama Wrocławica. Take a guided tour of the famous panorama of the Battle of Wrocławice, a massive painting depicting a key battle in Polish history. 13. Wrocław Zoo. Visit the famous Wrocław Zoo, home to over 10,000 animals from around the world. Everything from tigers to penguins can be seen here. 14. Wrocław Cable Car. Take a ride on the Wrocław Gondola, which offers an excellent view of the Oder from above. 15. Sky Tower Viewpoint. Sky Tower is a 212-meter high skyscraper with 51 floors. On the 49th floor, the public has access to a view of Wrocław.
As a bonus, how can a city break to Wrocław proceed?
With thoughts on the mentioned history of Wrocław, here follows a descriptive program of how a city break to Wrocław can proceed.
As soon as I arrived in Wrocław in Poland, I knew I was in for a treat. The city, with its charming architecture and vibrant energy, was buzzing with excitement. I had planned to spend 4 days exploring the city, and, as on similar city breaks, I was determined to make the most of my stay. On Thursday, I arrived at Wrocław Copernicus Airport and hopped on a bus that would take me to the heart of the city. The bus ride was smooth, and I spent most of my time looking out of the window, admiring the scenery as we made our way through the city. After checking into a hotel in the city centre, my first stop was Rhein-Eck, the picturesque market square in Stare Miasto. The square was bustling with activity, and I spent hours exploring the area. The colourful buildings, charming cafes, and quaint shops made for the perfect backdrop for my photographs. Next, I visited the Bridge of Penitence in Cathedral Marii Magdalene, where I was struck by the stunning view of the city from atop the bridge. The cathedral was equally impressive, and I spent a long time marvelling at its intricate architecture. On Friday, I crossed Tumski Bridge to visit the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Ostrotumski, the oldest district of Wrocław. The cathedral was grand and imposing, and I was in awe of its sheer scale. I spent a long time exploring the cathedral and taking photographs and footage of the stunning views from one of the towers reached by a lift. In the evenings during my stay, I visited several cozy bars with tasty craft beer. The beer was excellent, and the atmosphere was lively and inviting. The locals were friendly, and I had a great time chatting with them and learning about their city. On Saturday, I visited several parks around Stare Miasto and took numerous tram rides over the many bridges of the river Oder. The views from the old trams were breathtaking, and I spent most of my time snapping photographs of the scenery. In the afternoon, I visited the Sky Tower Viewpoint, a skyscraper with an amazing view of the city of Wrocław, which has almost 700,000 citizens. The view from the top was breathtaking, and I spent some time admiring the city skyline, taking photographs, and filming the panoramic view. On Sunday, I visited the impressive Wrocław Główny Central Railway Station and also took the cable car ride across the river Oder. The ride was exhilarating, and I captured some incredible footage with my action camera. I spent the rest of the day simply enjoying a fantastic time exploring Wrocław. As I left Wrocław, I felt grateful for the incredible experiences I had had during my stay. The city had exceeded my expectations, and I knew that it was not my last visit. As I boarded my flight, I promised myself that I would return one day to explore more of this beautiful and vibrant city. The many good memories of my city break to Wrocław are immortalized through photos and videos, which I feel the need to share with other travelers on a website, and, in particular, the storytelling in this podcast series about travel tips for city breaks and weekend getaways in Europe.
This episode's destination is first truly experienced, after which the podcast episode is organized and narrated in an original Danish podcast series called City Breaks in Europa by me, Torben Wolmgaard at OneAir. Thanks for listening. Please feel welcome to stay tuned for another episode of this podcast series covering facts and travel tips as inspiration for city breaks and weekend getaways in Europe. Remember, life is a journey, not a destination that is permanent.
Poland is also visited in other planned episodes.
Poland is the topic of episode 1, and at the moment, in this podcast series from OneAir, there are planned 3 more episodes of travel tips to inspire city breaks and weekend getaways in Poland. The episodes will cover the following exciting cities: Warsaw, Krakow, and Gdansk. In addition, there are planned 3 episodes of museums: Wieliczka Salt Mine, Auschwitz-Birkenau, and the European Solidarity Centre. Thus, there are several episodes of city breaks and weekend getaways in Poland to look forward to.
Next episode.
Thanks for listening, and please stay tuned for episode 3, with Wales as the topic.
This episode
about Wrocław is dedicated to my beloved Stephanie, the eldest daughter, who works hard every day to set the stage for a happy family life for 6 people. Respect. Interested in further information, videos and photos about this destination? Then visit the website, where it's also possible to easily plan, combine and book individual city breaks and weekend getaways. Enjoy! A link to the website will be available in the description of this podcast series.